On this episode of Diecast Emporium, we're going to be taking a look at the classic construction models Caterpillar 992C Wheel Loader. Launched in 1977, the Cat 992C was considered by some as one of the finest wheel loaders ever designed. It was the largest and most powerful Cat wheel loader at the time because it contained the new turbocharged V12 model 3412 diesel engine, pushing out 690 flywheel horsepower. One of the most unique features of this loader was the newly engineered lift arms with the Z-bar linkage. This configuration boosted the 992C's capacity to 12.5 cubic yards and 37,000 pounds. It picked up its speed as well, allowing it to load a 50-ton capacity dump truck in just 3 passes. The model, as I mentioned, is in 1:48 scale. It was made in just a limited quantity run of 1,000 pieces and released in 2012. This is a closed edition model, meaning that it is no longer available directly from CCM. As you can see on the tires, one of the coolest aspects of this model is that there is branding on the tires. Right here you can make out Goodyear, which looks great. So it's nice to see a model with some actually licensed and represented branding on the tires. While we're on the subject of tires, they do roll really, really well. Excellent, to say the least, even while the machine is at full articulation. The machine does come with a copy of the original equipment's brochure, and that has a serial number on it as well. It does have the working Z linkage and arms, just like I said. However, at the top end of things, the cylinders become really, really stiff, so you got to be careful that you don't overdo it. But if you do have the CCM 769 dump truck, really either one of them, the C version or the standard one, it'll clear the side of that no problem. Up here you can see that it does have an opening operator's door with a detailed cab inside, with some steering wheel, the seat, armrest, and some controls over there on the right. Moving around to the back, it does have 2 fire extinguishers for the fire suppression system. Up on top you have 2 exhausts and 2 air cleaners, and some holes for some ventilation. On the rear it has Caterpillar embossed in it, and a great grille with some lights. All of the hand and grab rails and safety rails, all of that is metal. Over here, the ladder as well, even coming up to here, the light stalks. Really the only thing that's plastic on here is the holder for the mirror, which has a nice silvered surface, so it gives the look that it actually is reflective and looks pretty good. Up here you can see some texturing for some anti-slip. That's thoughtfully recreated. Here's some hydraulic lines going to the pistons. Moving towards the front, it has that unmistakable Cat 992 look with the cab designs kind of squared off there. And really, really mean looking 8-tooth bucket coming right at you. And the biggest thing this wheel loader has going for it, in my opinion, among the mantra of other things, of course, is that it does have the visibility perforations actually cut out on top of the bucket. Oscillation is fantastic on the rear axle. The articulation joint, as you can see, has pistons where it should, drivetrain and articulated hoses. Underneath, you have the Classic Construction Models logo right there, as well as your serial number. And you can see the detailed differential, engine, and transmission. So overall, this 1:48 scale die-cast model by Classic Construction Models is classified as exceptional. Everything about it is beautiful. That's what makes it a very hard model to come by, and one that would quantify it as a closed model. This is rated 10 out of 10, so if you ever get a chance to pick this one up, I highly recommend that you do so, especially if you're a fan of the older iron. Expect to bring at least a few bills with you, as these do tend to get pretty high up there in price. Also released by CCM is a beadless tire version of the 992, which obviously that's pretty self-explanatory. But I personally prefer this version way over that version. As always, if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.